Bushehr has come under fresh attack as Iran claims US drones were repelled by its air defense systems. Explosions rocked Bushehr on July 9th as Iranian air defenses were activated in response to the latest aerial threat. Iran claims the United States and Israel targeted a military site, according to reports carried by Iran International. Iranian authorities say no casualties have been reported as air defense units responded to the latest strike. Did US drones fail? Tehran insists the attempted attack was successfully thwarted before reaching its objective. Bushehr has now emerged as the latest flashpoint as tensions between Iran and the United States escalate once again. Iran says a military site was targeted but insists its air defense network held the line against the attack. Tehran claims enemy drones failed to reach their intended targets during the latest aerial operation. Iran says a military facility on the outskirts of Bushehr was struck, but maintains that the enemy raid ultimately failed. Fresh explosions have shaken southern Iran as the widening conflict continues to spread across the region. Mystery blasts have shaken Iran's nuclear heartland yet again, raising the explosive question of who is really the aggressor and whether a new shadow war has just escalated. State media reported two powerful explosions near Bushehr and the nearby town of Chaghadak, fueling speculation that critical sites around Iran's nuclear facilities may have been probed or attacked. With no clear damage or casualty details released so far, the mystery around Bushehr is only deepening, leaving Iranians and the world guessing what, or who, was really hit. As US officials insist that America is not striking Iran now, is Washington desperately trying to distance itself from these new explosions before the region ignites again? Tired of being seen as a punchbag in the Iran-US confrontation, are Donald Trump's Arab allies now entering the Iran war directly, testing how far they can go without sparking full-scale retaliation? Some Arab media outlets claim that Bahrain and Kuwait, not the United States, may have struck targets inside Iran, hinting at a far more complex and dangerous regional game in motion. US and Iran traded fresh strikes on July 9th, with the conflict continuing to escalate for a third straight day as both sides answered each other's attacks with new barrages. Iran launched missiles toward US allies Jordan, Bahrain, and Kuwait after American bombardments, widening the battlefield and directly threatening Washington's regional partners. Jordan said it intercepted 8 Iranian ballistic missiles that entered its airspace, showcasing its air defense systems and underlining how close the kingdom came to suffering direct hits. Air raid sirens sounded across Jordan for the first time in months during the attack, sending residents into shelters and reminding the public how quickly regional tensions can spill over their borders. According to Iranian media, the missiles targeted US bases in Kuwait and Jordan's Muwaffaq Salti air base, signaling Tehran's intent to hit American forces wherever they are stationed in the neighborhood. Iran also reportedly targeted Kuwait's port area during the latest missile barrage, raising fears for the security of vital Gulf logistics hubs and energy infrastructure. Claims emerged of an Iranian attack on a US warship in the Gulf, but these reports remain unconfirmed, adding a layer of uncertainty and potential alarm over maritime escalation. Meanwhile, the US said it has struck more than 170 Iranian military targets in 2 days, pointing to a sweeping campaign aimed at degrading Tehran's warfighting capabilities. Washington stated that air defense systems, missile sites, drone depots, and naval assets were hit, indicating a focus on dismantling Iran's ability to launch further strikes by air and sea. For the first time since April, US forces also targeted Iran's strategic bridges, suggesting a move to disrupt internal movement and logistics inside the country. Iran said a key rail link used for trade with Russia and China was hit by cruise missiles, highlighting the economic and geopolitical cost of the strikes beyond purely military damage. Those strikes halted rail traffic to Mashhad, the city where Khamenei's funeral ceremonies are taking place, intertwining the military campaign with a highly symbolic moment of national mourning. Tehran vowed to keep fighting until it thwarts what it called US strategic objectives, signaling that it sees the current confrontation as an existential struggle rather than a short-term flare-up. Israel said it does not expect the latest US-Iran escalation to spill into its territory. Donald Trump said he remains Iran's #1 target, while speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One during his return flight from the NATO summit. The remarks came after reporters were instructed to close the aircraft's window blinds, prompting questions about whether additional security precautions were being taken. When asked about the unusual request, Trump replied they were on a dangerous flight because of what he described as continuing threats from Iran.
They wanted to see, so they came a little bit early and we switched planes.
So you're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No. Why would
there
they?
any other issue? No issue?
No, except we sent it a little early. Same line, going back. We sent it a little bit early so that we could let them see it. The whole base came out and saw the plane, and then we landed.
Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was unusual.
Well, yeah, because you're probably on a dangerous flight because of the sleaze bags that we have to deal with.
So you think that Iran was possibly thinking of targeting?
Well, I mean, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it. No, these are sick people, so I could see something like that. I didn't know they did that, but I could see something like that.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force
Well, I have
One?
a threat all the time. I'm #1 on their list before you. But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a
So
specific threat today?
perhaps someday you want to change professions. What do you have, Daniel?
CENTCOM posted that there are strikes ongoing in Iran, so
We just hit them very hard, and I say we hit them 20-1. Every time they hit us, we're going to hit them 20. And we did it last night. It did a little something today, but it was really retribution for last night. They hit actually 3 boats, not 2. And when they hit, we hit back much harder.
Are we returning to a full-scale military conflict, sir?
I don't know. I don't know. We'd win it very quickly. It's another way of doing it. We have many ways we can win, but we've already won militarily. They have very little left, and they want to make a deal so badly.